Hello, friends. My name is Maximus, and I will be your dungeon master for this evening. I'd like to welcome you all to the 53rd episode of Castles and Cantrips, where some of your favorite streamers play Dungeons and Dragons live on Friday nights. I'm joined with our amazing cast of Bunny Dreadful, Virtual Spectre, and Moves Like Jagger from the GGN crew.
Thank you. Hello.
Welcome, everyone. Mac and Cheese Please will not be joining us tonight. She is off this evening, but she will be back on a later date, which I guess would be the next date we play. I think. I don't know. Hi everybody. It feels like it's been 600 years.
It's been.
I don't even know how to roll dice anymore. Just how I do.
I had to dust off my dice tray.
Did you?
Matchbox?
We only skipped a week, right? It feels like many moons ago.
I think it's because we did like a skip and then a play and then a skip and then another play.
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know.
Look, everybody's gonna need to cancel their lives, their social lives, their work lives, so we can just play D&D. I feel like, maybe if we get some more subs, we could do it.
Okay, yeah. If I could be a professional D&D player, yeah, I'm ready.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? I would do that. I don't know. I kind of have a dream job.
Can I sleep on your couch though? Because
if you bring Luffy,
of course.
D&D streamer house when?
Tomorrow?
Now?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
When do you need it?
We have audio issues we need to resolve, apparently.
I'm aware. Don't worry.
Just making sure.
Well,
we saw it, chat. Don't you worry.
Well, we all have daytime jobs, so each of us will need our own office and then bedrooms. That's a lot of rooms.
And then the dining room gets converted into the D&D stream room.
Cheap are mansions?
Better question. How cheap are haunted mansions? Because then we could be streamers by day, ghost hunters by night.
We could. Wait, doesn't the government pay you to move to Alaska? We can move to Alaska.
If we needed a guest star, the ghosts could join us for the game. Just saying. Throwing that out there.
This is too spooky for me. I don't.
No,
I don't know.
We'll make sure they're nice ghosts first.
How do you feel about Alaska VS?
They got good.
A haunted mansion in the woods in remote Alaska. What could go wrong?
I hope they like Nitro Pepsi. The smoothest soda I've ever had in my life.
Hey, they're not paying for this show. You covered that up.
Yeah.
They sure aren't.
Nitro beverage in blue can.
Nitro beverage in blue can. Okay. Anyway, hopefully the audio should be better now on the fly. So I'll keep it monitoring as people talk, because maybe I forgot to check the audio levels before the stream. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Who knows? Nothing you can do about it, and we'll fix it in post anyway, so no one will ever know what's going on. Anyway, some other fun news is our podcast close to 1,500 plays. So thanks for those of you that listen to our silly show. We very much appreciate you and hope that you enjoy our our D&D fun times.
I'm still waiting on those progress soul picks that people are working out to.
Oh, no. We know you're working out. Why are you holding out on us?
Does it count if I've been working out, but I'm also a player?
Yes.
Yeah. If you guys post your pictures, we'll make VS post his swole pictures. There you go.
Is that how that works?
I'm not promising that. I don't have the power to promise that.
Wait, are we in OnlyFans now?
I mean, I could start drawing lewds of our characters. It might get us some more subs. Just saying.
Oh boy.
Max is like, end this now. Shut it down.
Anyway, chat, we're about to go on a venture with kids.
Oh jeez.
Wow.
Wow, VS.
Look, this kid's got to learn
We
someday.
have kids in our party.
We do have kids in our party today.
Time to get the doll. I'm just kidding. Emma and Valcam? Nope. Maybe. Nope. Maybe.
It's happening.
Nope. Maybe.
Wowie. I don't know what else I was gonna say. Hey, we got merch. Go take a look at it.
I'm wearing it. I'm wearing one.
Yeah, the nice Sweet Justice t-shirt, some Caches and Cantrips mugs. We're gonna have tank tops, and they're gonna be soon as I get done with the final project I'm working on, which is,
as I say, the design is done. We just need to proof. We need to like get the proof. So
I just need brain space.
We try to proof new products before you guys buy them to make sure that they're good. So just give us a little bit of time.
Yeah,
but we've been working on it. There is a new thing coming, new design. You're gonna love it, but it's not ready yet.
Wait, do our Patreons get a sneak peek?
Sure.
One of our
they do now.
Patrons already got a sneak peek.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say one thing. I say one thing, Max, since I already paid for. We are gonna have a new shirt designed by our one and only Village Idiot coming out soon. So get ready.
It's very good.
Hasn't shown me. I feel left out.
You're gonna love it.
I'm excited.
You're gonna love it. So anyway, go check out our merch, cachesandcantrips.com/merch, or you can just go to cachesandcantrips.com and peruse the site and look at all the hard work that I put into it to make it look pretty. Every episode has its own little page where you can immediately go to the VODs on YouTube or go to the podcast directly or listen to it on the page as it's embedded. And every little episode has a nice recap for each one. So if you, when you go to that page, it'll have a recap of the previous episode if you just want to catch up real quick. So pretty nice if you wanted to do some light reading. I think at this point it's a little more than light because 53 episodes. Look, I don't know.
You don't need to know anything. All you need to know is Bryn is awesome. Valkian jumps on things. And Ron plays a tin whistle flute. That's it.
There you go.
Oh, and Vin sets things on fire. You don't need to know anything else.
Perfect.
And Branus is a douche nozzle, a douche canoe. That's actually you only ignore everything else. One thing you need to know: we hate Branus.
We love Branus.
That's it. No, we don't.
Anyway. Moving on, speaking of patrons, when you were mentioning that, Moobs, thank you very much, that you can be part of our Patreon, and you can get cool stuff, like the podcast or the VODs early. You can also help me create an NPC, of which there are 2 coming up, and maybe at least one of them might be this episode. I don't know, it depends on y'all and what you do, but I can't make you go places.
Guys, I said Branus' name 3 times, and Sandwich started growling and barking. It's a sign.
What if you just Beetlejuiced him? Now he's real. He's here.
No! Get him, Sandwich.
Oh man. Anyway, so go check out our Patreon. There's links just everywhere. There are links all over the place. Wherever you think there might be a link, there will be one. Anyway, if this is your first time watching or listening or live, or if you just forgot, we don't have any like audible fancy alerts on the screen or anything, just because we want to have the immersion. Trying to think of a word I was trying to say. My whole train of thought just derailed there. But we want to keep the immersion with the game. But we do see it in the chat. We see it in our hearts, and we thank you very much for all the support, because any way that you support us, whether it's monetarily or otherwise, that just helps this game, helps the stream. So that's how I can get fun music and cool maps and all the other doodads that we do. So animated maps are cool and I like them, but you got to pay your artists. So
you do 100%.
Anyway, with that being said, I don't think I have anything else to go on about, unless anyone has anything else. All right, we'll go ahead and get settled in for tonight's episode of Casters and Cantrips. Our story last left off with Sweet Justice leaving the capital city of Falshir and making their way back to Tustin to check in with the Order of Iberus. After a few days of travel, they arrived in the city and looked for their guild leader, Taryn Van. When the group arrived at their guild, a fellow guild member named Tobias filled them in on what had been going on inside of the Order in the wake of the trial. The party found Taryn Van in Quentin's old office, and he looked like a man that hadn't slept in days and was definitely in over his head. Taryn expected the group to turn in their resignation, but they surprised him by accepting a high-value contract instead. And Vin even offered to help recruit using her new zine. After discussing the future of the Order, Sweet Justice began searching this office for clues about what Quentin had been up to. The group first found the guild's ledger and saw that the transactional information didn't quite add up. With the reported numbers, the guild should have been shuttered years ago. The party also found that previous contracts had various symbols in the upper right-hand corner. Quentin's safe was located in the office, but proved to be a problem. The lock was too complex to be picked and was also made of mithril. However, Ron used his adamantine axe to chip away at the safe door, and after a full day's working on it, the safe was finally breached. Inside of this open safe, the group found another ledger, written in code, a set of contracts that hadn't been seen before, and a notebook, also written in the same code. After putting the clues together, it was determined that Quentin was selling less than reputable contracts to other less than reputable guilds. These sales were what were currently making up for the lack of funding in the Order. The notebook contained information on various contacts with mercenary companies. One entry contained a symbol of a key with no other identifying information. Sweet Justice's original contract was located, and that same symbol was in the upper right-hand corner. They came to the realization that Salon and the Baron had something to do with their first contract. After finishing their business in Tustin, the party stopped by Shoya Lake Academy to meet with Emma Drake and her students. After receiving their credentials for the upcoming tournament, the large group set off towards Emberholm in Ram Crown. After a tense border crossing, the party decided to rest in a nearby inn called the Brass Tacks before continuing on their journey. After entering the establishment, the group recognized a familiar face in the back corner. It was a dwarf known as Draymond Stoneboot, the same dwarf mercenary that hunted them in the Waynoak Mountains. And that is where we'll begin our session this evening. Right, so you make your way into the Brass Tacks, and similarly to what I had mentioned last time, is whenever you walk in, it's pretty hopping for just an inn on the other side of this border crossing. Maybe that's why it's so popular, because it's right before you enter Vantis, right on the border there. And what you see is there's a long sort of bar to your right. There's a small stage in the corner, various sort of tables with both chairs and bench style seating. Up to the left is sort of a raised platform area with some additional more private seating close to a fireplace. And as you kind of see in the crowd, there are just various people here, as well as a lot of Ram Crown Army soldiers. But one thing that you do notice, which is very apparent to you, that at the base of the stairs, up towards this raised platform, is an ogre, seemingly standing guard. And as your eyes follow up the staircase, you see another ogre at the top of the landing, also guarding. And there are two tables up here, one of which with a dwarven soldier of some sort and some Aarakocra sitting at the same table. In the back corner, it is kind of difficult to make out all the faces. Some of them are facing away from you. But one in the very back corner is Draymond Stoneboot, who was the mercenary that hunted you down as you made your way through the Wayne Oak Mountains, and your stone giant friend helped you escape.
Refresh my memory. I was not there for this part, was I? Or
Ooh, you
Ron
may
was.
not have been. Actually, I think that you were back because it was on the way back.
Okay.
So Ron was there, and whenever you freed the Rangers and got the information about Ramcrown, this is what General Uthek sent you to do in that sort of ruined fort up at the top. Whenever you made your way out, an alarm was triggered. I believe one of the Ramcrown soldiers escaped down a lift on the backside of it to warn the amassed army down below. And then what happened is you heard a war horn sort of in the distance starting to get closer and closer as the day went on, or the days, I should say. And they finally caught up to you, and that was the dwarf and his mercenary company with Aarakocra and ogres. Two of the ogres, which wielded crossbows to them, but ballista to you. And I believe you used, at first, the ever-smoking bottle to try and shroud some of your movements and get away from him. But ultimately, when your stone giant friend came to your aid to sort of rout the enemy, is how you ultimately escaped. And this is like episode 22 or 23.
Wow. The fact that you remember that is incredible.
He puts a lot of work in, you guys. I'm always like, it's Thursday night. You guys want to watch? You want to watch a movie? You guys, him and the dogs. He's like, no, I have to prepare.
I mean, my OneNote is just full of information. So
you said that these people are like up some steps inside the place.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like they
a-
don't see us, right?
It's like a second level. Like think of, it's not really a balcony, but it's like you go up like one small set of stairs, and then there's just like some private tables. You know, there's other staircases that go up to what you'd think to be rooms inside of the inn, but yeah, they're up to the left as you're entering in.
We've clocked them as we came in the door.
Yep.
Okay.
Hard to miss, as anyone would see an ogre and kind of look, and then as you followed the trail of ogres, you happen to see him at the table.
Is there any other? Did we see any other like inns at this town when we came in?
You're not really in a town. This is, think of it kind of like whenever you're going on a road trip and it's like the last gas station that you go
Truck
to.
stop?
Yeah, it's like, this is like the last, establishment before
At the roadhouse?
Yeah, before you head into the border crossing. So not right up against it, little ways past the border, and here's where you are. And I believe you decided to stop since it was turning nightfall, and was about to be the end of the day anyway. Since you've either been, throughout the whole trip, you've either been sleeping outside or kind of just in hopping when you could find one.
I think did we all go in, or are we still in like the doorway?
So from where we left off last time, you all have entered and you're like at the sort of the same kind of, I'm trying to use the word depth that doesn't make sense. You're about as far in as where the bar starts. There you go.
Okay.
Otherwise you wouldn't have seen them.
I think Valken would immediately like turn his back towards like everybody else, because I assume I'd be kind of in front ish of the group.
Sure.
And just you guys remember we did that job where we had to save those people from the fort way up on the mountain, and then we got chased down?
Yeah.
Look upstairs.
Oh,
But not too.
real shit.
Yep.
So,
What is wrong?
we're just gonna start backing up towards the door.
Hey, gang. Why don't we step outside and get some more fresh air that we've had, but we need more. Come on, everybody, back up.
Back up. Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of shoo everybody out of the entrance.
So as you're kind of shooing and like backing everyone up, you sort of, as you're backing up, you kind of run into Emma as she's starting to walk inside and just like, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Oh, some of the students are sort of unpacking our belongings and I'm getting ready to, well, have a nice place to stay for the evening. So this place looks, nicer than what we're used to. So
No,
Yeah,
it's awful.
Yeah, this is there's a lot
So,
of drinking and this
Not
kind of a
kid
rough
appropriate,
spot.
right? Mm-hmm.
We
Right.
might. I mean, could we talk outside?
sure.
Okay. Come on.
Yep.
Then
She just
like-
lets you through, and you see that normally with like a large inner tavern, they've kind of around the side where they're place to kind of put their belongings down and unpack and kind of take care of the horses that you all have and getting that stuff set up. So, but you all are there with Emma just outside the threshold of the door.
So there's some complications in there from a job that we had done some time ago. And I'm kind of worried that if we are noticed, that it could cause some problems. And I would rather not get you and the kids involved with that.
Right. What sort of complications?
What do that job was kind of not above board,
Not good.
was it?
Not good. It was very no.
think we
It
can
was
give it-
above board. If you're working for the other side in Ventus,
Yeah, I think even then it was kind of like those people were not supposed to be discovered.
we
type
weren't
of-
supposed to be there. We weren't supposed to be there. Sort of. How do you say espionage?
What? What is that?
It is like when you're being very secretive
Anyway,
to spy on the other side,
long story short, there's some people in there that were really upset with us to the point where they chased us down a mountain.
They are very
Trying
violent
to,
and they killed some people.
Well, they're trying to stop us from completing our job. So it's been some time. I don't know if they'd recognize us, but they might. So
And if they do recognize us, they will say that we are basically enemies of the state sort of situation.
Yeah.
What if we lie and say that we are twins of other adventuring group and we actually
Three
are rivals?
twins
Yes.
that are also friends
Yes. And
with our
We-
twins friends.
we made pact to destroy other group twins. Us. Yes.
So
Very believable.
I had an idea
Oh.
as well, and I think this might be more reasonable. Why don't you and the kids go in here for the night, and maybe we should, us three, four. Where'd Vin go?
Well, she's here somewhere.
You must have saw them and ran or turned invisible.
Anyway, maybe we should camp somewhere not inside here tonight.
Yes, this
And
is,
the
I think,
kids and
better plan.
You and the kids can have some warm shelter, but we'll not.
It's, well, I will start gathering the students and we'll take you have a room and then go to the room immediately and sort of try and avoid any conflict that may arise.
Yeah. I think that is everybody in agreement. Is that the best option here?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I don't want some good food though.
No, me too. But if we go in there, then we're gonna have to murder all of those guys in front of the kids.
What if later at night, you guys haven't known this, but I've been, we've done some sneaky stuff. I got some things that might help me be more sneaky. Maybe I can go in and get some
get food to go.
Food later, drinks, bring them back out here.
Ron has idea.
Does it involve twins?
Ron could be Braun right now.
That is, I was about to say, does this involve Brad and Braun? Because if that is the answer, then I am saying no.
Oh, no. So Thorbog have magic. Ron can... Remember, Vin can change other people. Ron can also change into other people, look different, and Ron just goes in, get the food, and then come back out.
How about two of you go, so you have backup, and I will just relax out here and wait for food.
Have you seen Ron ever do this?
I think once early on.
Did you shapeshift? I guess I don't remember.
I did it when we were infiltrating the Bandit King's hideout.
Oh, so that's why I don't remember.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron, it's okay. Ron will be disguised. No one will recognize Ron, and you two can just relax, and Ron will get food.
Okay.
Oh, what if there's trouble? Somebody should back you up.
Don't
worry,
Ron will be okay.
I'm pretty confident in this thing that I got.
Yeah, you should back up. It is safe not to go alone.
It'll be fine, I'm sure.
Fair enough. Brad and Braun back together.
Brad and Braun.
I told you not to say Brad and Braun.
Oh, sorry, but Ron already said it.
Okay,
Ron casts disguise self and becomes a Goliath.
Oh, we're doing it now.
Oh, we should do it later?
Well, I think we're still right outside the...
Oh, I thought we were outside already.
Oh, we are. I think we were like right outside the door.
We're just right outside the door. You should do it in the woods.
Okay,
but too late.
We go to woods.
I'll just point to a spot in the woods nearby, like, I will wait for you over there.
Yeah, and we'll tell them that we'll find a spot in that direction if you need us. And we'll check in, I guess, later to get food.
Right. And at this point, they're almost all like loaded everything up and walking inside of the tavern.
Okay. Guess we'll find a spot.
Sure. So Emma starts going in with the students and kind of trying to find some stuff for the night. And as she sort of makes her way in and sort of gets a room or a couple at least for all of the students and make their way in, carrying their belongings, and then head and disappear inside of the tavern. So, your plan was to go somewhere, the woods or wherever around the stable, something to kind of disguise and to cast disguise self as well, right?
Yep.
Okay. So Ron, you cast disguise self, which is good really for an hour, and then Valcom, are you going to use your disguise kit?
Yeah, I guess
It's up to you.
If your thing only lasts an hour, then we're going in pretty soon, then, huh?
Oh, yeah. Well, Ron did not think food would take that long to get, so...
True. What time is it that we've gotten here?
It's in the evening. It's about sleepy time.
Okay, yeah, then. So Falcon kind of like steps away, and you see him with a little satchel bag thing that he carries, and he goes inside and he's messing around with stuff, and you see him kind of with his hands around his face, and then all of a sudden you see what looks like a wig that's like kind of almost messy, medium length gray hair, and then he turns around and it's just a fake beard that's also the same color gray, and nothing else has changed other than he has a fake beard and new hair and he's still wearing his same outfit, and that's the disguise. Because I'm not proficient in the disguise kit stuff.
So make a deception check.
Deception check?
Mm-hmm.
Is this for Ron?
No, it's for you. Using your disguise
for
kit.
him.
Oh, and for Ron, yeah.
Not for Ron just yet. This is to see how good your disguise actually looks, even though you don't have your proficiency bonus. But
let's see. Deception. 13.
13. Okay. This is one of those disguises that might be good at a distance, like hiding in a crowd. But to any real like scrutiny or inspection, they're gonna see that like maybe part of the beard isn't glued all the way down. You know, maybe some of your hairline might show through the wig and stuff like that. So it's passable unless someone takes a look at you.
Wow, you look pretty good. It is pretty convincing. It is sort of like you kind of look like you, but if you were old man.
Yeah, that was kind
very
of
good.
Who are you?
Ron,
Brad.
it is. It is Brad.
Brad.
Ron does not know Brad.
Did you roll on it?
I did.
Oh my god.
It was lower.
Oh, nice to meet you, young man. I'm Brad.
Oh, hello, Brad. But Ron is waiting for friend, so it's best you get moving.
Well, actually, I'm a friend of your friend. I'm his sensei.
What? No. Valkan said Sensei has passed on. This is not true.
Did he now? I'm gonna have to kick his ass then. What a little shit.
Oh,
I'm clearly alive, obviously. Now drop down and give me 10 push-ups.
Excuse me?
This is part of training.
You better do it, Ron. You better do it.
Ron does not need training. It's okay.
Well, you
Everybody
better do
needs
it when a
training.
sensei tells you to do push-ups. If you don't do it, it is unlucky.
No, he's not
You
Ron
train-
Sensei. He's Valkan Sensei.
It does not matter. Everybody knows this, Ron.
I've accepted you as my apprentice.
Oh, wait. So let's
You're a
Ron
chosen one.
figure this out. You can teach Ron to punch
I have the high ground.
dragons
Push-ups.
in eye and rip out eyeball.
It is only day one, Ron. You have to do the push-ups first.
What? Oh, but Ron wants to rip out eyeballs. The dragon eye.
I kind of pat Ron on the shoulder and lean in. It's me, Falcon. This is my disguise.
Wait, what? No,
The disguise.
no. You just said you was Valkan Sensei. You're not Valkan.
I like lift up the wig a little bit.
Whoa! This is very good disguise.
Good. Now we can probably sneak in and get food, no problem, huh?
Yeah. Oh, Ron did not recognize you. You are an amazing actor.
Thank you.
You should join what is it called? The troupe, theater troupe. You should definitely join one.
You know when we tried that already? Wasn't great.
Oh, I think we did really good.
We were pretty good, considering. Anyways, this is perfect disguise. Bryn
So
also
you're
rolled really
Goliath
low, so she thinks
now,
you
right?
look amazing.
You're a Goliath now? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm just like Falcon, but with a gray hair and gray beard.
Okay.
Good.
So it's Ron and Brad going in to get food, and then what is Bryn doing?
I'm going to the woods where I pointed at to sort of set up like a little makeshift camp. With no
Gotcha.
fire.
Okay. So, you kind of where this is, just to kind of give you an idea of the lay of the land. Where the border crossing was is sort of in a low point in the mountains, kind of where it's either been like dug out flat from where it was a low point anyway, and they built the wall into it. So you're still in not really mountainous, but kind of hilly area. There's going to be like some trees and stuff. You're not going to find like a forest, but you can find like wooded area if that's what you're looking for. So I would like for you to make a survival roll for me.
A natural 20 for a 23.
Okay. Yep. So you can find a place that's kind of hidden and out of the way.
Say I found like a little cave.
Sure.
Since we're near the mountains. Sweet.
Yep. So you find a place that's kind of hidden and out of the way as you kind of wander off, and then your friends tell you that they'll be back whenever. So as the two of you enter in to the same tavern, nothing much has changed. A few people have come and gone, but still pretty much the same atmosphere. You see sort of an older dwarf man behind the bar, and then some various wait staff kind of going through and serving tables and things of the such. What do you do?
Oh, is this me and Moose?
Yeah, it's Brad
Okay.
and Braun.
Make our way to the bar, I guess.
Yep, and you can see the dwarven man kind of wiping off the bar, and he goes, "What can I get for you?"
Three meals. Four meals.
All right. Anything in particular that you're wanting? Any drink to go along with it?
This is maybe odd request, but it's so beautiful outside. We like to eat. If we could take it out.
All right, I guess I could do that.
Yeah, it's what do you call it? Is take out food. Yes.
All right. I mean, if you want to sleep under the stars or eat on a little picnic blanket, that's fine. It's gonna get cold though. It is, winter and all.
Oh, it'll be good training for this one.
Yes.
All
Sweet.
right.
What do we want? 4 ales? 4 ales, 4 hot meals?
You're gonna have to be a bit more specific. Are you looking
Like-
for Black
Yeah,
Iron Brew, Gutbuster, Nightlight Cider, Green Sleep Grog, Copper Spice,
What is
Evermead,
green like cider?
or just whatever we got? The shit stuff.
Cider. And you have a hot stew or a soup?
We got stew.
Yeah, we'll take 4 orders, please.
Right, so all of you want Nightlight Cider.
Yes.
That's right.
All right, coming up. We can get the
Thank
drinks
you.
out to you here in just a jiff, but the food may take a bit. He kind of points a little bit swamp, 20-25 minutes maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough.
We wait in here, or do we want to wait outside?
We could wait in here. See
Should
what,
probably check and see how they're. Do we see any of our like the kids or?
As you all were preparing as it takes some time to make a disguise, a little bit at least. And you gotta apply your fake beard and try to make it look good, but they've gone in and checked in and have gone upstairs and probably had found a room by now, or rooms.
Okay.
But for your meal though, for the evening, you're looking at probably 5 silver pieces a piece, and then for each drink you're looking at probably a silver, so 6 silver total per person.
Okay. Cool. Ron's got that.
Okay.
All right, so as you're waiting for your food, he brings your drinks out already, so you can either let him sit or I guess get more. It's up to you all, but you notice that they're in this nice kind of pewter mugs, like made of some kind of metal, and you notice that the brew's almost like iridescent in a way, and then it sort of glows outside of or inside of the mug.
Oh.
Ron will take a sip
Well, he'll sniff it first, and then.
Yep. And normally you would expect like a cider to be kind of like a fruity or like citrusy kind of smell, and this it smells kind of earthy, I guess is one way you could describe it.
Okay.
How is it?
Wow, this is not what Ron expected. Let Ron just takes a gulp.
Yeah. So you take the gulp, and what's weird is you can see as he takes a drink of it, you can see some of the iridescence as it goes down his throat as it glows, and then once it kind of disappears when it kind of gets to where his like his armor, his clothing is.
Ron, I
Wow.
can see the drink inside of you. That's pretty
Really?
funny.
Wow,
Yeah.
you should try. Ron wants to see.
Okay. I'll take a swig as well.
Yeah,
Oh.
same thing. It's like an earthy kind of taste, kind of almost like umami, but in liquid, which is kind of weird. But yeah, you can
It's
see the
not
drink
a-
kind of go all the way down.
Not what I thought it was going to taste like.
Agreed. But Bryn and Vin have to try this. This is crazy. More just for the visual.
Yeah. I can run the drinks to them if that's what we want.
Oh, we could wait.
Okay, we'll wait.
So as you're waiting, and you can kind of hear, people filing in and out. It's getting sort of busier as time goes by, since people are probably making their way through the crossing or just before the crossing and wanting to turn in and actually have a nice bed to sleep in before they rest for the evening. And you hear sort of a large like bang on the table, and you see like Draymond kind of stand up, and he's sort of almost like over the table pointing at another dwarf who's sort of bald-headed, wearing like some very fine like clothing, finer than anyone else is wearing in here. And he sort of points at him. He goes, "What you mean it's over? It's not over till I say it's over. You can't do this to me." And you see that some of the guards like on that level turn and kind of grab, hold weapons. Some of the military sort of personnel from Ramcon kind of look up to see what the commotion is. Then you see that the sort of person that he's talking to is sort of raising his hands and trying to like placate him and not sort of yelling and kind of screaming. It seems like whatever they're talking about is kind of very intense and very important. But you, from where you're at, you can't really hear what's going on.
Interesting.
We should get a little closer. You think?
Do you want to?
Yeah, we should see what's going around. Probably around the area. Be good to know.
Okay. We should kind of do it discreetly though.
Okay.
Kind of shuffle through.
Ron kind of side crab walks over slowly.
Yep. So you all were kind of seated at the bar, and then you're making your way over. So it's kind of where you're at the bar waiting for the rest of your food. If you turn directly around you, there's two sets of tables, and then there is another kind of table for two right up against the wall where the where balcony goes up. Right in front of those stairs is a dwarven soldier as well as one of the ogres. So you could try to make your way over to that table right underneath the landing if you wanted to listen in, if that's kind of your goal, or you could try to make your way up there, whichever you'd like to do.
We'll listen from down here if we're able to.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. You so you can make your way across, kind of weaving in through the people, and then you find your way to that kind of two-seater table. Very romantic, in the corner of the restaurant or the inn. And as you sort of pass by the guard and the ogre, like the ogre just eyes you with kind of wide eyes as you're walking in front of him, and as you sit down, he just sort of like keeps an eye on you, almost like someone said keep an eye on someone, if they're close. It's like he's taking that literally and is just kind of staring at you as you sit down at the table.
How big is this ogre?
What's that?
How big is this ogre?
Ogre size.
Okay.
They
So
are, I believe,
Taller
large
than Goliath.
creatures.
Okay, so
So-
much bigger than Goliath.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Can barely fit in here, probably.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely standing, and that's why you notice them immediately. So I guess I could find, I don't know the exact height, but they're large. So they take up, you know, a 10 by 10 square. Let's see. Probably about 10 feet tall, I think.
Watched.
Or so.
Literally, yes.
Let's just carry on as if we're normal people, somewhat.
Yes, this is
anyway.
mighty fine beverage.
Yeah, it's good. It's
So
okay.
good. We have 4 mugs.
Yeah. Reward for good training today, actually.
Yes,
You did
thank
those push-ups very well.
Ron gave it Ron's all. Strongest push-ups.
Good. You might win the tournament yet, my friend.
Ron will destroy the tournament.
Yes. Cool place. I guess we're just kind of listening while we're...
Yeah. So as you're sort of just talking, like it's almost like this ogre is just paying no attention to what you're even saying. He's just staring at you, just kind of wide-eyed. And as you're sort of talking and kind of keeping an ear out for above, you can just sort of hear the other ogre just kind of shifting their weight, looking out through the rest of the inn. And I would like for both of you to make active perception checks since you're trying to hear what the conversation is directly.
Okay.
Okay. 20.
18 plus 5.
Whoa. Yep. So you were able to sort of, both of you, hone in and kind of drown out the sort of tavern and inn noise and kind of get down to the conversation. And they are at this point maybe 10 to 20 feet or like 20 feet away from you, so you're able to listen much closely than when you were at the bar. And from where you are now, you can sort of hear their conversation, which is almost a normal speaking volume at this point. And you can hear just mid-conversation, Draymond is saying, "You know as well as I do that anyone else who does this is gonna fail. If you hire anyone else for this, maybe I'll make sure that they fail. You can't just cancel the contract." And you hear another voice say, "Well, I'll be the judge of that now, won't I, Draymond? That's the sort of beauty of being in my position, is that if you fail at any point, I can just do with you what I will." "Oh, I see. Well, who are you gonna get? There's no one else who has that kind of ordinance to do what you're asking. What are you gonna do? Do a full assault on that last chance or whatever? That's never gonna work. Diverting all your forces like that will leave you open." "Well, I'm sure we could manage else with someone else, I'm sure." And you can just, there's sort of a tense pause. "So all of this is because we let just some nobodies get away in the mountains? That's it? That's all this is over? That's your failure? They burned most of the evidence anyway." "Well, I took it as a personal slight, Draymond, and of course a failure on your part to find them. They're supposed to be ruthless band of mercenaries who gets the job done, leaves no one alive, and has the utmost discretion of their duties. And here we are." And so Draymond just kind of calms down a little. "Oh, I see what this is. This is a negotiation. You don't want a current contract. You want to get us at a lower price. Is that it?" And you just don't hear any answer from him. You can't see what's going on. You could sort of hear it. "Oh, I don't like to do business that way. Personally, I have my rates. And obviously, we've gotten the job done to a T every other time you've asked to do something. I mean, to be honest, who else are you gonna get to blow up that fucking bridge?" Nobody else that I know has any way of getting the materials needed or the know how to actually do it. I mean, it's a smart plan, I'll give you that. I know you didn't come up with it. Good way to cut them off. Keep them from fucking around in places where they shouldn't. Pretty much in the war, wouldn't it? That is the idea, to stop this needless bloodshed from the encroachments, so we can get back to business, what we do best. Well, what's to say if you cancel my contract, I don't just, I don't know, mosey on over to that old emperor, whatever the fuck he calls himself, and tell him exactly what you're planning. And you hear another sort of pause. Well, don't be hasty, Draymond. Let's not let our tempers lead this conversation. I'm sure something could be worked out. Well, have you know, sir, that my silence isn't cheap. Or I can just do the fucking job for you. I mean, Master of War might have deep pockets, so I'm sure you can afford it. Well, perhaps we can come to some sort of arrangement. We'll keep your current contract on retainer for the time being, to be cancelled whenever I like. Any other failures, whether it be this mission or anything else that I even ask you or want you to do, and that's it. Nothing. No payments. You're out. Is that understood? Yeah, I get it. Fine. Get the fuck out of here. And you hear a few sort of tables, like chairs shuffling, and you can see coming down the stairs are sort of this sort of dwarf that's bald-headed, wearing very fine clothes, and is being flanked by a couple of other sort of human that are wearing similar fine clothes, almost like his sort of entourage with him. And you see a couple of guards sort of pick up when they come down the stairs and then follow them out. All Ram Crown Federation army at that point. And you hear Draymond say, well, that could have gone better, huh? And you hear another voice that didn't really speak. It just says, well, I guess it's the best you could hope for. They weren't really happy about what happened. All right. And you just hear like a couple seconds of silence, and then fuck, and just a chair gets thrown over the balcony and then hits one of the tables where people are eating, and they just, have stuff sloshed around, like drinks spilled. And they just sort of get up and just start wiping themselves off, kind of like how one would act if a chair came flying over a balcony and hitting their table.
Yeah, that was intense.
Yeah, we should probably see if our food's ready.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Well, just kind of mosey our way, not, drawing attention to ourselves, go back over to the bar to get our food.
Well, it looks like we need more drinks.
So Draymond is making his way down the stairs and pushes his guard to the side, and just takes another chair at one of the empty tables and just tosses it across the tavern. And no one's saying or doing anything to him. They're just kind of ignoring what he's doing, trying to do their best just to enjoy like their food and their meal. And he's just like in it like a tirade, just basically having just like a fucking temper tantrum inside of the bars and this as an adult.
I think we're just trying to do our best to ignore it as well. Act like we're
in the know.
Gotcha. Okay. So as you get up to walk back to the bar, you cross paths with him as he is knocking over one of the first tables into the tavern. And as you sort of get up, that same ogre just follows you, like as you're walking back to the bar. And Draymond sees the ogre just doing this. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" "I'm keeping an eye out." "But what, stupid?" And then he just sees the ogre just sort of eyeing you all, walking back to the bar, and just kind of looks at you as you're walking back up and waiting for your food, which that conversation was probably about half the time. You got a little bit more time waiting for now.
Probably, if we make it to the bar unimpeded, I guess we'll just order another drink.
Yeah.
Just bartender. One more of those things that we just had, please.
Cider, yes.
All right, you want the nightlight cider again?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
it was
yes, please.
pretty tasty. How do you get it to glow? Is that a?
Oh, it's made of a mushroom that grows in deep under the earth.
Ah, that's why it's had that taste. Makes sense. Okay.
All sorts of crazy things you can get from down there and make for some interesting brews.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take 2 more of those.
All right, coming up. And he just starts pouring in the same kind of like glowy substances. He hands you the drinks over. And as you were getting your drinks, Draymond kind of wanders over to the bar where you two are, and he's pretty, I wouldn't say like just drunk, but he's kind of sloshed. Like he's upset about what's going on and probably had a bit much during the conversation. He walks up to the barkeep and he says, "Gutbuster! Sorry? One fucking gutbuster!" And he just slams his fist on the table. And he's like, "Oh, right." And you see him sort of draw some kind of dark brew, and then takes another sort of bottle of probably whiskey and just start pouring it inside of the brew, and then hands it back over to him. And he sort of just starts chugging it. You can see some of the froth from the ale or whatever was in the first pour, like frothing over his beard, kind of covering it up.
Okay. I assume we're just kind of keeping to ourselves for the most part.
Yeah.
Right?
And he finishes his drink and just slams, and he goes, "Another one!" And he sort of like looks at you two. He goes, "The fuck you looking at, old man?"
I assume that's me.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm kind of impressed. You remind me of myself when I was that age.
And he sort of like narrows his eyes at you, and you're taller than he is, and he like comes like, he can't really come face to face being a dwarf, but sort of like head to chin maybe, I don't know. And he looks at you and is just like up in your face. He goes, "Nothing like you, old timer. Let's get one thing straight."
Oh, okay. No offense there. I was just impressed by the drinking is all. How much does that cost? Maybe I'll buy one for you.
"I'll take one."
All right. Barkeep, you heard the man. Get him another whatever that was.
Gutbuster. And he's getting his own.
Oh,
Get him a copper spice.
okay.
And he's like, "All right, whatever you say. And you see him pouring another Gutbuster for Draymond. And he gets another brew, and it's kind of in a very fancy, like a copper like mug. And he just slides it over to you as he pours something out of one of another like barrels he has back there, like a keg, almost like a barrel. It just kind of has different brews in each of them.
I'll hand him the Gutbuster. I assume that's what he slid first, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll hand them the Draymond guy that.
Yep. And it's going to be another, when I say a silver a piece for those drinks, because there's kind of the specialty drinks.
Okay. Right.
Okay. So he just chugs his, and then you've got yours sitting in front of you. It's like just a nice like copper. It's kind of got like a little bit of red tinge on like the liquid that's in there, like a brownish red.
I'll give it a quick sniff.
Yeah, it's as you kind of give it a smell, it's kind of like a little spicy scent.
Good. Okay. So I'm just gonna say, it's been a while, but let's see if I can still do something with this, and then I'll go to try and chug the thing.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay. On say 7.
So first off, this is the hottest food or drink you have ever put in your mouth in your entire life.
Like
this
temperature or
spiciness level.
spicy?
So think of if you made a drink out of like a Carolina Reaper pepper for fun.
Oh boy.
Okay, so so I've taken like some really big swigs, and all of a sudden you see like, oh, oh, you know, you could have warned me that this was going to be, what is that? Just made out of pepper. What is it? Pepper juice or what?
It's essentially a pepper juice that's alcoholic is kind of what you could guess. And as you could like choke and maybe spit some out, he's just laughing. Just like laughing in your face, and takes your cup and just sort of just chugs it in front of you and slams it on the counter. Dwarves being especially known for their hardiness and resistance to sort of poisons and the like.
I'm no stranger to spicy things, but that's a kick in the pants for an older man, isn't it? Appreciate the drink, though.
And as you sort of coughed up, and he takes like a long look at you, like really paying attention to you now and honing in. He goes, "Say, haven't you look familiar?"
Oh. Is it the garb? Is it my face?
Something about you, yeah.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm here with my man Braun here, and we're here for that martial arts fighting tournament in, what was it? The name was Emberholm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've trained him up for the old fighting tournament in Emberholm. I'm a master of a martial arts school. Maybe you've seen a student or two of mine wearing similar garbs.
Yeah, maybe. Something about you. And he looks over, and he calls out, "Hey, Tiger, come over here." And you see one of the guards that was standing watch at the base of the stairs kind of get a look at you. "This guy look familiar." "Well, I'm not too sure." And you see him, like as she's having this conversation with him, he grabs your beard and just yanks it. So he had seen through your disguise with the sort of prolonged conversation. Wasn't for sure, but then really started to get a look at you as you were kind of choking up this pepper juice drink. And you see him go, "I fucking you son of a bitch! I'll kill you!" Please roll initiative.
I figured that was gonna happen sooner or later.
As he is just filled with rage as maybe some of the his quarry that had gotten away.
Oh boy.
So,
He's
I'm
just
gonna need
convinced of me, but right? He doesn't recognize Braun though.
No, he does not. He does not recognize Braun.
Okay.
And let me get this set up real quick.
As that happens, as he rips the beard away and he's like, shouts this thing, so I'm just like, hey, is that any way to talk to a senior? And then I just get in my fighting stance.
Ron, what's your initiative?
14.
14. And Falcon, what's your initiative?
Same. 14.
14.
Oh, yeah, nice. Look at
Very
us.
nice. And then I will roll all of the combatants here.
Oh boy.
Need me to roll anything? I'm not there, but
So, what I would say is based on the information that you had is they were going to go pick up some food and some drinks and come back. A little late for what that is.
they've been gone a while. Okay, so
Yeah.
can I roll initiative to see when I decide to go look for them?
Yeah, so kind of what I was going to say is it's going to take maybe it depends on how far away your camp was. You wanted to
It
go
was
out
a little
in a
far
cave.
away. I was cozy. I was reading a book.
So what I will say for the purposes of this, just we'll roll your initiative. Let me know what it is, and then on round 3 you will enter into
Okay.
into the fight. You make your way. At this point you're like, what's taking them so long? You may want to go check it out, kind of thing.
I'm at 13.
A 13. Okay. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and get this set the scene here for everyone.
Ooh, map.
Boy. Okay. Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh.
So, everybody ready to go? Let's get this combat started. So first up is another one at the table. And one thing that you notice is that there are a lot of like civilians in here that aren't a part of this fight or a part of what's going on. And you hear the commotion and you see this dwarf sort of get up and look to see what is going on. Load game. Waiting for my page to load so I can get their stats. All right, so they head on over. Sort of see what is kind of the commotion here. They kind of keep their distance. What's going on here? And then they see kind of Draymond is pulling guns. People are getting ready to fight. So at this point they have no idea that Braun is anyone other than Braun. So they take out a pistol and they're gonna fire at you, Valken.
Okay.
Which is a mighty 6 to your AC.
Yeah, so I just gonna dodge it.
All right, and then they will fire again. This is a 17 to your AC.
I'm gonna do my thing and
All right, so go ahead and then make your roll. I'm not sure you can fail it with
I
this,
think
but
because my
so I will roll the damage real quick on what they would have hit, and then go from there.
D10.
And yep, you roll a D10. Yeah, the damage
8
is
plus
a
13.
D10 plus 13. So
Yeah.
you just catch bullets, swat it to the sky, which is a very impressive
I'm
feat.
gonna wary that there's civilians here. I'm gonna like try to deflect it like up and away from people. So,
Yeah, so you can kind of deflect it, and it basically hits one of the bottles behind you at the bar and sort of shatters. Probably a nice bottle of some sort of whiskey or something along those lines.
don't mind
And,
me just deflecting bullets because that's what I.
Yeah. And this is one of the Ram Crown guards kind of sees what's going on and just sort of stands up and makes their way over here, and they're just trying to sort of break it up and see what's going on. Like, hey, hold on here. No, none of this. And they're trying to do guard stuff with their buddy sort of backing them up here to try and get in the middle of what's going on. They really don't understand what's happening. They think it's maybe a simple bar fight. They don't understand that Draymond is infuriated at you.
Can they arrest
the
the man
ogre.
that shot me, please?
And I mean, this, as far as you know, this is, you know, regular occurrence for them. Who knows? And the ogre, they leap over the balcony, crushing that little two-chair table underneath you, and they make their way over to here, and they grab the bench seat from this table and is going to just hurl it at you, Valken. But they miss. It goes sort of over your head. They're trying to get right down on you, and as it kind of goes over and sails and just takes out a whole shelf behind you in the bar, just glass shattering, just booze everywhere. The stench sort of just kind of immediately enters the air. Alrighty. Up next is one of the flying Aarakocra that you'd seen, that you know that Draymond keeps in his company, and they are going to fly to the ceiling here and throw a javelin at you.
They know why or like what's going on.
So from what you've seen, everyone that's assailing you are part of Draymond's crew, and
Right.
if he's shooting at somebody, then they're getting in it pretty much.
Okay.
So, but they do miss you with the javelin. Braun.
Oh boy.
Apprentice, help me.
Have any of the, I guess, have any of the patrons started rushing out or clinging to the walls as shit's hitting the fan?
They will at the end of initiative. They're going to start trying to get out of there.
Right, yes. Let's say
Ron runs up and bashes this dwarf person in front of Brad.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an attack.
All right, hammers away. Woo! Crit, baby. Not 20.
Ooh.
Oh
Yep.
god.
That definitely hits.
Let's see. When you roll a 20, extra 7 damage. Very nice. Okay. All right. Boom. Oh, nice. 12, 17, 24 damage.
Okay. 24 damage. That, I mean, they immediately are just looking awful. Like, that was a huge blow. It kind of took them by surprise. And they're reeling at that.
All right, Ron's gonna second hit. Should separate my character sheet. There we go. 15.
15 misses.
Alrighty then. That's Ron, or Braun, I should say.
Yeah, so as you swing with your mace, I'm assuming, and hit them, and it takes them by surprise, and they kind of, by the time I turn around to see Miss Goliath swing again at them, they dodge out of the way of your attack. Falcon, no longer Brad.
Okay. So I'm like dodging and ducking benches and javelins and bullets, and I'm gonna say real quickly like that. Any chance we can, I don't know, go back to having drinks or whatever, maybe at all? You know. And I assume the man is too angry to Listen.
Oh yeah, there's no reasoning with him and trying to say, can't we just all be friends?
Okay. No. All right. And I'm just gonna, I guess, take out my sword and throw a couple swings in his direction.
Go for it.
All right. See what happens here. Probably a miss. That's only a 2 on the dice, so yeah. 11.
That's gonna miss.
All right. I'll try again. I'm kind of, my concentration's thrown off because my mouth is on fire.
Yep.
This is better though. 18 plus 9.
That does hit. That's a lot of
Okay.
numbers.
I feel like I haven't rolled damage dice in a while. Hold on.
Been doing a lot of RPing.
D10. Okay. And now that hit, I do want to try and do. That's 12 damage, by the way.
12 damage.
I
Gotcha.
do want to try and do a key point for the stunning strike.
Okay.
And I haven't been paying attention to this, but I have an item, a belt, that bumps up the DC on that.
Yeah.
So I think initially it is a 12 on stunning strike? No, it's a DC 13, but with this belt it adds another +2 to the DC, so it's a 14 DC.
A 14.
15 DC, sorry.
15. All right. Let's take a look here. And he is able to shake off that one.
Okay.
He's a pretty hardy dude.
I guess we'll I know what I'm gonna do. I'll do another key point and do flurry of blows.
Okay.
Okay. Here it goes. That is a 19.
19 hits.
Okay. That's 10 damage on that one.
Okay.
And the second one is 17 to hit.
It hits.
Damage on that one is 8.
Okay.
And what I'm gonna do is, after I've given, is that on? If I'm looking at the map here, on the top right corner, is that the exit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So what I'm gonna do is, after popping him a couple of times, I'm gonna use the second part of my flurry of blows thing to move, and I'm gonna move my way towards the door.
Okay.
So I think I get the disengage or whatever.
I believe that you do.
It's what, 35 feet or so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move. Just gonna move as far as I can to the doorway and just tell Ron, if this is happening, we should probably take it outside. And you just see me slip around the bar and head that way.
All right.
Agreed.
No, I don't know if there's a map out there, but and that's my
Okay.
turn.
This is like, I hate you guys.
Up next, this guard, and he sees someone running away. So they do what guards do: is someone runs, they're gonna try and chase after him, because at this point they're gonna try and apprehend everybody. So they will make their way. And kind of get stuck in kind of this shitstorm here, because they go this way, there's ogres. If they go that way, there's a fight going on. So that's about as far as they can go. Up next is this ogre, and they're going to step forward. Oh boy, And he grabs one of the chairs from this table up on the balcony as he's sort of running in this direction, and he hurls it at you first, Ron.
Okay.
And that is 22 total.
Yep, that'll do it.
Okay. And it's going to be 10 bludgeoning damage to you.
Ooh-wee, from a chair? Holy moly.
Uh-oh.
And they end up, here, imposing themselves between anyone else who would try to leave.
Uh-oh.
Up next, this Aarakocra is going to go after Valken. And they fly straight down to you because they can fly and they have that much movement for flying. So they just sort of, you see them take off and then just dive down towards you, and they're going to try and hit you with their talons as feet. It comes in with your talons and just tries to come at you, and that is a 15.
That's my armor class, so.
Okay. And they do 10 damage to you.
Okay.
And it seemed especially more painful since they were able to essentially do like a dive bomb attack at you from the air. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Um, 18.
An 18. All right. Very good. Up next, this guard is going to try his very best to assail this ogre. As they try and kind of keep order in the bar. And
A brave guard.
fails miserably. He doesn't even hit his armor class, so. Up next is this dwarf that you hit, Ron, initially.
Okay.
And they turn around and they had a pistol in their hand, and in their other hand they pull an axe and just try and hit you twice with it. So the first attack is an 18, which misses, I believe.
Correct.
The second attack is a 19, which I believe also misses you.
Correct.
So they swipe. They swipe with their axe twice and just hitting your armor once and hitting your shield as you block it. Up next is this guard who's going to try his very best to help his buddy. Take on an ogre. And that's as far as they can go. Up next is this dwarf here. And they move on over the balcony here. And they are going to pick up their musket that they had sitting next to the table and take some shots at you, Valken. So the first one is a 15, which I'm assuming you're gonna deflect, but I'll let you know what the damage is.
It's deflect something I can just do against every attack that's like
Takes
this.
your reaction, I believe.
Okay, so if this is the same round, I don't think I have a reaction anymore.
Oh, you're right. So this one is the low roll. It's only a 3 piercing damage. They fire again. This one is an 18. And then they do 5 piercing damage. So you hear just with a gun going off into the bar and just smoke kind of entering in as pistol shots, but this musket just sort of bleeding smoke into the area, and then you hear another shot come at you as you're making your way towards the door. Up next is Draymond, and he sees you running, sees Braun surrounded, and they are going to pull an item from their belt. It almost looks like one of the Ram Crown devices. It's kind of spherical, not as ornate. And you can see this, Ron. You can't, Falcon. You have a big ogre kind of in your way. And he takes it, and then you see him twist something on it, and you're expecting him to erupt a spell like you used or something along those lines. But you are surprised when he throws it in Falcon's direction. Falcon,
it's a bomb.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Wait, can I? Never mind.
You're not there.
I know I was going to give him my inspiration, but I forgot I used it last time, so I don't have one.
I'm just reading something real fast. Okay. And
A 10 is not enough.
okay.
So you
I still take half though.
Oh yeah, because you've got the
Evasion.
whatchamacallit.
Tipsy sway or whatever it's called. Yeah. Or no, evasion. Sorry.
You have evasion.
Yeah.
So you see this kind of out of the corner of your eye as your evasion kicks in this sort of small device in front of you on the ground. And then explosion erupts. He's thrown a grenade across the bar at you and Zarakokra, friend, that came to engage with you. You take 19 damage, halved.
Okay.
So it'll be 9. The Aarakocra also saved and is going to take 9 damage. And what you see here is it was more than just you two. Sort of the blast radius is 20 feet around the point of impact, which was you, essentially, the square next to you. So that is where it landed here. Anything in this area, this one's flying. So the stairs get blown away. This dwarf right here, I think, was on the edge of the blast. Yeah, this dwarf's on the edge of the blast, and it was an explosion right in front of him. And this balcony is sort of teetering. All these things are kind of getting blown away. Some of these barrels of booze just erupt and are just spilling out into the floor. Crates, things going everywhere. The door is blown off the hinges from the blast and the impact. The front of this tavern is sort of all charred up. The stone is just charred from the blast. Any wood is just splintered, and it's pure chaos and mayhem of a grenade going off in a tavern and inn. And that is where we'll take our break for the evening. And when we come back, we'll continue the fight, and we will see where this goes and what happens.
I'm coming, guys. I'm coming.
So don't go anywhere, and we will be right back here in a bit. BRB
is not good.